should organize all research and publication and whatever gives an academic tone to the yearly celebration of Nso. That was the first suggestion. To all scholars from within and without Nso, so that the Nso History Society becomes a veritable research group. Third, that the Nso History Society should organize a symposium each year as an item of the Nso celebration. Several aspects of culture and other areas of scientific research could be considered and papers presented during Nso. The traditional launching rites wherever. 5, that graduate students who have written on aspects of Nso should submit abstracts of their theses for presentation or publications during the Nso History Society meeting. To historical and cultural research, but be open to scientific research on any aspect of Nso, lithography, geology, and so on. In this way, the society will attract more scholars. 7, that funding for a yearly symposium or conference can be solicited from interested agencies including UNESCO for such a conference. 8, that to Aitan Nso or to the Cathedral Hall in Kumbo. This will be nearer the scene of events and will likely bring more people to the symposium and meeting. 9, these were the would end it there, and with your permission, go one by one so that we can discuss and adapt or see whatever we want to. Or if there was any other suggestion that was made, because I've just been from the various correspondences that I had before we start discussing. Yes?
The objective that we should track all the works done and then try to link up with everybody irrespective of where they are or who they are. I know people are pushing a lot about it, so we need to track it.
I think before we leave here, we should have an online chat group of Nso, not through Nso History Society.
Whether we are about to inculcate all the informations that are coming out from Nso, or we are looking at the academic output. Because if I understood Prof very well, the journal he's talking about is purely an academic journal.
Yeah.
And it would be too much for us to now begin to take little publications and advertisements and advertisements and all that. So I think, just 1 minute, I think we could deliberate intellectual here, like those articles that Prof was talking about, and get that into the journal, an academic journal.
Yes.
If we want to oversee it, in Nso History Society wishes to oversee the publication of the magazine, that's another thing. That would be just overseeing to make sure that probably it has the content is verified and what is going out is a true reflection or representation of our culture. But then the magazine should completely distinguish from the journal.
I think what is they do issue information out about their own affair and Nso affair. And during the Nso festival, there is also a secretariat, I think, that is handling the affairs for that particular Nso.
Looking at symposium, not only in terms of those delivering papers, because we still prepare one paper and deliver twice. The reason why I asked for another chance is because in Shunjo we have really, the quality is different from what we have on Facebook. Because in Shunjo we have elderly people, and on Facebook we have students and the youth. And the youth, they keep asking for stuff like this.
I would suggest that could be not necessarily the meeting of this. We could decide that this topic that was given during long holidays, could we have an avenue where those who presented one or two of them present to a larger forum on youth. That would be something that I think can work.
What can work? I mean the symposium during the cultural week. Because the vision of SODA, looking at how Nso should be organized, we feel that tomorrow, or that's tomorrow, I mean next year. Yeah, tomorrow the Ngonso might not have the face it's having now, because we are thinking of altering it in such a way that one council depicts a particular aspect of culture for a year. We might, for 5 years, depict different aspects and look into them detailing and exhibit. Not that everything, we try to present everything at the same time, and in the end we present nothing. The next one so might be so selective that only a certain aspect of culture might be researched and be displayed.
Idea about funding might be a bit different. Rather, I would have been suggesting that we try to come up with a list of things we want to do, and then we group them. Because funding criteria they differ. We were to write to different agencies, so that we know, for example, we sponsor research, then we list them down, then we move to an agency that funds research, especially in the area of culture and so on.
If everything actually in book form could find a copy of its way into that library.
Okay.
So they have something for people who live in town are looking where, that's an obvious place to go to a library.
I am happy to say that
So this should not be brushed aside. This is an issue we should discuss another way, because we are saying very good things. If the library is not functioning, then there's a problem. So maybe we raise that as one of the projects as we are moving forward.
put that under AOB.
Thank you.
All right.
Good research, and we think we should start that. Okay. I think we all just agree that. Okay.
The president of SODA or president of History Society should, because the funds are here, the funds themselves are here, call them to say we are presenting the history of so you cannot, your own tribe cannot be left out, or your own fandom cannot be left out. You will gladly get everything, whether right or false. And then you will go in and be able to get what you want for so History Society. That is my presentation.
That I am this, there is one exercise which is going on, and I want to say this loud and clear. The reorganization or classification of chiefs. And so each one wants now to claim people and territory in order to, all the funds can become first class in Guinea. All can become first class. None would be FONSO. FONSO is still over and above, because he is full of all these people together. It does not mean that the fund of any particular place is less a fund. It doesn't mean that. And when they meet in their meeting, they are always together. It is us. It is us who are trying to divide these people by trying to claim that we can furnish them with information or trying to do this. It is us.
These ideas towards that point when it comes in the agenda. And as the former said, when it was raising the approach, when you are approaching done a few things like already make your case a very acceptable case. One of it is if we are studying in the middle some of the aspects, so that once you are targeting and say I'm looking only for this, the people will take us very serious. And I think that for that reason, you have already said something that you played for that journal, which was very encouraging. And I said that since you are my youth, I could also now chip my little support in that area to say I will also maybe give half of what you have and promise to do this. They respect you more. Example, my friend said a colleague who was in the UK, they used to organize meetings, and then one of the embassies said this people are serious. So then they supported it. Thank you. I wanted to share this.
Thank you.
Arts and Cultural Heritage Association. And when I thought about what this institution should be, museum is really too small a word, because as you say, and as I've been hearing from you, your culture is not about the things, so much about what they do. So the mask that a juju puts on his head is really incomplete without his performance. So this is to be more an arts and cultural heritage center, which will provide space for animation, where things will be illustrated. I heard someone sent me a text message last night, very concerned because evidently on Helen Chris Radio there was a big debate going on about, is a museum appropriate for this community? Are we trying to expose secrets? Are we doing things that are really counterculture?
Maybe you just let me know what it
It means what like
is. Because it was done out of research and consciousness. They are always presenting two. The first one is V, G, and then F. Where has the G disappeared to?
Well, the G is there, it's still part of my name, but I have used V and G and an F more than anything else. G is my middle name. My first name is Verkijika. My family name is Nso. So V, G, Verkijika, Godfrey Nso. Now Godfrey is a name that was given to me at Shisong in the church.
I would not want you to continue from there.
So,
in terms of our identity, to show that you are a Nso man, Doctor, what makes you to be a Nso man anywhere you go?
Your dressing, your language, the way your etiquette, when you meet a notable, the way you behave, you meet a shufai, there's the way you speak to him.
You are speaking in English or French?
You speak, of course. I'm speaking now in a strange language. The language we are speaking now is something, I can call it colonial. Nso is what identifies you as a Nso.
Okay. In the Nso society, especially the contemporary Nso society, and so we all know that the identity, to be identified as a Nso man, you must be able to have that Nso name that gives you the roots to the Nso fandom, to the Nso land. And during the Kumbiwa book exhibition, at the close of that exhibition, Professor Tangwa was called upon to give the closing remarks. And the first thing he appreciated so much was the fact that the Nso Language Society was doing so much to promote the Nso culture, the Nso language.
Now, look, somebody has made this. We are smiling very loud.